you're probably wondering why I don't have any makeup on. Well, that's because I'm going to film my first tutorial. Yay! The first tutorial I wanted to do was my everyday flawless looking foundation routine, and I'll include my foundation, my powder, my just all over my face, just no eyes or lips or whatever. So I guess if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment me videos down below on what video requests you guys have for me, and also subscribe. So if you want to see my foundation routine, then just keep watching. Okay, first things first is I need to pin back my bangs. I try to do this lightly because I don't want a crease in my bangs and they look weird once I take them out. So, first thing I use is Pond's Dry Skin Cream. It's a facial moisturizer. I swear by this. I think it's great. And I try to use it day and night because my face gets really dry and stuff. So I just dab this on my face and rub it in, down my nose, and a few dots on my throat. And then I just rub it in. Getting really good on my left cheek because it gets really dry for some reason, and on my forehead gets really dry where my eyebrows are. Okay, once we have that all soaked in, I let it dry for a couple seconds to make sure it's good and soaked into my skin, and then I take the REVLON COLORSTAY, and my color is normal. I use the normal to dry skin one, and I use 220 Natural Beige. And then I just put a little bit on my hand, on the back of my hand. Just enough, because you can always put more instead of wasting. And then I'm using this Real Techniques buffing brush to apply it. I just dip it in, kind of stipple it a little bit on my face, and then start rubbing the product in. My face gets red, I think, because of medicines I'm on and stuff. I don't break out much, but every now and then I get maybe one up under my nose. And I make sure I am blending and on my forehead. My bangs are getting in the way. I usually put my makeup on when my hair is drying instead of like this. And then I take some down my neck so I don't have a makeup line. And I seen somebody ask me on my comments if I liked these brushes, and this is actually the first time I am using this brush, and so far it has done really well on applying my foundation. Next thing I do is concealer, and I use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I use the color, I think it's Fair, yeah, 15 Fair. And what I normally do is, I can't even get it open. Okay, there we go. I take it and I put it a little bit of a couple dots on under my eyes to brighten them up, a little down my nose, and on scars that I have. I have one right here. I have a bad one right here because I was in a car accident on this one. And I usually just blend it out with my ring finger. And then I'll put the excess on the bridge of my nose. And then that is all blended. I use my COVERGIRL. It is the Professional Loose Powder in 105 Translucent Fair. It's the one with the brown top. I used to use the one that has the blue top on it because I used to have oily skin back in middle school when I was, I guess, going through hormones and stuff. So I used to use the oily one because my forehead, like my T-zone, would get really oily. But with this, I just put a little on my face just to set everything in. I don't like using foundation without any powder because I feel like it looks greasy. I'm not a big fan of dewy skin. I think just a matte face is fine for me. So I use a little bit of this powder, and I don't usually blend it in with the actual little furry ball thing. So I usually just kind of pat this on, because if you do, I have noticed if you do use this to blend it, it makes it look a little cakey. And then a little down my neck. And then I will take a brush like this and just kind of blend out the powder. Now, the next thing I mentioned in my Ulta haul video, I use the Sun Club, the Essence Sun Club Blondes for fair skin, and it's in the color 01 Natural, and it smells like bananas. And I usually do this because the COVERGIRL powder kind of washes out my face. So I use this to kind of bronzen it back up and get back to my original color. So I just put a little on, knock the excess off, and then just put it kind of all over, but only like a really light application. And then I bring it down my neck again to make sure everything is even and I don't have any makeup line. And that is it for that. And then the next thing I do, I take the Real Techniques contour brush and use the e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzer pack. And I'm not sure if I like this yet, but I'm just going to keep using it to see. But just like the Essence bronzer, I take it on the brush, knock the excess off, and sometimes I suck in my cheeks, sometimes I don't. And then I kind of blend it up. And I try to only go like halfway in. And use a light hand. And then I will do up under my chin. And a little on my temples. And make sure everything is nice and blended. Okay, after that, I usually start on my eye makeup, but I will do, and the last thing I use is, I'm going to use today the Pearlescent Pink Wet n Wild blush. And I do the same thing I do when I contour. Just put that on, tap it off, and bring it up. I usually use a CoverGirl blush. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but it's like I think it's called Rose Silk. And that's probably my everyday blush, but I just got this blush recently, actually today, and I thought I would go ahead and use it. And that is it for the flawless face. Okay, so this is it. This is the final look. This is after I have put on all of my makeup. And I guess I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and leave me video requests. And I guess that is it. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.